check 1 2 test test.
Krishna God bless you, everyone. Thank you for joining us here at the Temple of Clarity for a special event with Elizabeth and the Mary Magdalene meditation. Without any further ado, we may have some questions about it, but they will be answered in the energy.
Thank you, Dennis. Yes, all our answers are answered in the energy. So thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I feel very blessed, very honored, and just so grateful to be in just the right place with these beautiful people. So let us go inside. We'll close the eyes and go right into the heart, bringing the awareness into the divine chamber of the heart. And simply breathe. And from this place, we ask the question, why did we come? Why did we come onto the planet at this time? Why did we take incarnation? And we allow that remembrance to reawaken in us right here, right now. And notice your relationship to that. What energy is in between you and this purpose? Is there any ambivalence? Joy? Is there any sleepiness or fatigue? Is there any pain? Maybe there's warmth and love. All of it is welcome. And so we welcome the human chamber of the heart. Becoming aware of how the body is talking, what sensations are occurring in the body. And with no judgment, with pure awareness, compassion, we welcome the whole body. welcoming the body with more tenderness. More presence. Gratitude for how the body is continuously serving. And notice where there may be resistance, any contractions, any tension. Breathing sacred breath into these spaces and allowing. Welcoming the mind in all of its activities. Welcoming all of the minds, the unconscious, subconscious, conscious mind, and the supraconscious mind. And so we begin that journey to accept and to welcome our human selves and our divine selves. We prepare to invoke our beloved Maria Magdalena. Going deeper into the heart. Can I allow more? Can I open more? More fully, with more surrender. Perhaps having a sense or using the imagination to see a woman of light cloaked in red. Coming to you with such love, devotion, grace, power. her single focus to awaken the divinity within. And a column of light descends into the crown of the head, down the Antakarana. We breathe and welcome it through the whole central nervous system. It finds its way to all of the organs, tissues, glands, the trillions of cells pulsating this golden light. And the cells begin to remember. And the field expands. And the embrace of the Divine Mother deepens. She's ready to receive anything that you wish to surrender to her. in a golden spiral of light from the heart to the brain forms. Figure 8. Pattern of light moves back and forth between the left hemisphere of the brain and the right hemisphere, balancing the divine masculine and the divine feminine within. And we surrender even more, surrendering to our own light, our own I am presence, that supreme love within. Allowing more intimacy in the awareness, our relationship to our I am presence. More closeness, more depth, more love. Bringing the heart's desire to the I am presence. Draw closer to me. Let me merge fully, completely. I am that love, that supreme love. peace. I am light. We can see and sense and feel that light in the heart radiating out beyond the physical body, beyond the field, beyond the room, beyond our communities. Circling the entire planet. With awareness of our multidimensional selves, our quantum being. I am here, I am there. And we bring this pillar of light down through our feet, through the soles of our feet into the roots of the earth. And go deep into the core of the earth. And find your original footprints in the core of the earth. standing firm in your footprints, the signature of your soul. Offer the cosmic light to Mata Gaia, to the earth, locking in at the core, taking in her nurturance. Coming up the pillar of light into the heart. And we offer our gratitude to Maria Magdalena. And we'll rest in the heart in silence as we open and receive the energetic blessing of Maria Magdalena. Jai Jai Sai Ma. I honor the divine feminine in you. And so gently, as you're ready, you can make your way back. Right, so I invite us to share a bit. If anyone would like to share anything about their experience, there are any questions about Mary Magdalena, about the Shakti.
I just want to say it was very beautiful, very profound, very deep. I loved it. It got very hot.
So
getting grounded enough to speak. It was very strong. It started with just so much divine feminine heart love in Divine Mother and all that Divine Mother's Mother Mary Magdalene, and it was just like going and going, and I almost felt like I went into a dream about it. And it was that moment after the resurrection of Jesus, and Mary was at the tomb, and she's the first person to see the ascended Jesus. And then what I was getting from this or learning from this was this. Remember, it was the divine feminine. It was a woman. It was Mary who could first perceive the ascended form of Jesus. It wasn't Peter or Paul. Peter, I will build my church upon you. And it was the divine feminine that really opens the intuition. And even more for me, it was with Mother Mary that, just her heart completely broken and all the tears that she had been weeping. And the other thing that I was hearing was like the true heart of the mother is never broken. What is broken is everything that is any resistance, any ego, any karmas, that like everything that's breaking, and the heartbreak leaves this pure heart. And like Mary, in this completely surrendered pure heart, is open to perceive Jesus. And then the other part of it was, remember, this changed her too, right? She became the ascended Master Mary, but her carrying that vibration back to the disciples, Peter, Paul, and the rest who were, huddled in fear and the fear of the Romans, what was happening. Like, she brought this field of love that let their divine femme, their intuition open. And like, if she hadn't done that, if she hadn't become the vessel of that, would they have even seen him? So like, it was like, okay, like, so it's a pretty big deal to let your heart so break and dissolve away that, right, it's there, but yeah, really powerful and very, very, very deep in terms of how important the divine feminine is to true intuitive perception.
Thank you. Yeah, and I just want to respond to this a bit and to say that I find in my path with Mary Magdalena that it really is that willingness to break, to let the heart break into pieces, that then she's able to, in her devotion, serve. And I'm thinking about the heat that you spoke to and the fire of transformation. And in my experience, there isn't a workaround, there isn't a bypass. It's really like Kali energy. Mary Magdalena is just very ready to kind of take the skulls of the ego, of the illusion of what's separate and broken, and just transmute it into pure light, right? And it is our willingness to face the broken parts that we then ascend. So yeah, thank you.
Carlos. Elizabeth, maybe you can share some of your background with us and your journey and how you came to discover these beautiful insights.
So I'll start before 2017, when Mary Magdalena came onto the planet again with her Shakti. So my path, I would say, really started when I was about 28, and I met my guru, Her Holiness Saima Lakshmi Devi Mishra. And my experience with her was, we were in Crestone, Colorado, and she was co-facilitating a weekend of meditation, and she invited us to go into meditation, and she was going to bring in the energy of our soul into the room. And she mentioned that she would come around to some of us, and I was there, and cross-legged, and just kind of thinking like, oh, well, I'm not a very good meditator. The mind was going. And then in a moment, I just completely left my body and my ego and went into that pure space, right? That was empty and full in the same moment, and was just in that bliss, right? Was in that consciousness of pure bliss. And then the mind created a thought, which was, oh, I'm good. I'm kind of good at meditating. And as soon as I had that thought, I came back down into my body and back down into the personality. And that was my first experience with my spiritual teacher, Saima. And she showed me the truth, my true nature. And I've been with Ma for 18 years. And in 2017, Ma created this Path of a Magdalena, the Mary Magdalena Healing Practitioner Program. And so it was in that program that I really had to look at what is in between me and my soul. What is in between me and my I am presence. And I mean, I could find hundreds of patterns that, I could allow to get in the way, that I find in the way. But for me, it was control. It was really the need for control, not like domination control or power over, but to feel safe in my body, to feel safe with others, to feel, just kind of like gravity, the comfort of gravity on the planet. And so it really is, what I've found is that it's Mary Magdalena's fearlessness and courage and love and power, immense power. Fierce power. And my own willingness to surrender again and again and again. That has just, allowed me to follow the path of my heart. And, daily practice. I guess that's what I would say about my path.
Just one thing, and I'll give it to you, Christopher. And you also have one-on-one clients, treatments, things like that.
Yeah. So I have my master's degree in counseling psychology. And so what I started to do was merge all of the consciousness teachings in my psychotherapeutic practice. And then also bring the Magdalena frequencies into that. So I offer that in individual psychotherapy, and I do also offer table work.
What is table work?
So table work is just like a massage table where the recipient is first honored as whole and complete and perfect already, right? Really seeing that, knowing that sacredness and wholeness of their being. And then it's just transmitting the Shakti through the hands in a energy of reverence. and allowing, just allowing. I'm really not doing anything, of course. I'm just allowing the Magdalena frequencies to move through me, and that energy goes into the chakras and into the field, the aura, the subtle bodies, and into all of the physical anatomy, including the brain. And really the main signature of the Magdalena energy is to balance the masculine and feminine, the divine masculine and feminine within.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'll post, for those of you online, Elizabeth's website, and you can contact her directly through that.
Thanks, Dennis.
Well, I had a question for you. This is more a historical question. And what is your understanding after the time of the crucifixion and the resurrection? Some people believe that Mary Magdalene, the other Mary Elizabeth, and others went to the south of France to found the Catholic communities. Is that any of that in your experience, or can you comment on that?
I don't have direct experience, but in my community, there has been a couple of trips, and it is acknowledged that it is, just forgetting the name, in France. Yeah, it's not coming to me. But yes, that Mary Magdalena did create community there, and I mean, traveled many places, but it was in France. Well, I think... go ahead, please.
Is there any more that you might want to add just in the energy that's here right now about it? Seems to be a theme tonight about the balancing of divine masculine and feminine, and the clearing and the healing of the heart, and the ability of our intuition to be clearer and more connected with that balancing.
I would just say that know that, have absolute faith and certainty in your intuition, because it's blossoming right now for all of us, big time. I mean, right, with the divine feminine coming onto the planet and it awakening that in us. So I would just say activate it, right? Shift from the logical left brain mind and move into that intuition, to that knowing. And I think we're going to just need it more and more.
Well, thank you for bringing that beautiful vibration and energy through, and thank you everybody who's here. I always feel how we, together make a container and become a vessel to receive, and it always amplifies it for me to have you all here. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. That the power in the togetherness, and right, we are one.
And there seems like the multiplication factor, when you're meditating in a group, it does bring like more energy, more light, more bliss.
Yes.
If anybody has a question online, go ahead and post it, and I'll read it. Christy says, Lori, you have a new friend coming home with you that loves you. That's Lito. He is such a light bringer. I don't know, Jane, if you felt the little blessing he gave you.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he was. No, he was on your foot. Yeah, during the meditation, it was kind of funny. And he just loved you, Lori. Like Christy said, like with a...
Mesmerized.
I opened my eyes. I see him staring right at me
Just like, no, that was happening for a while. And the red cape of Mary Magdalene was just right there, so perfect. And Carlos, you're wearing kind of a reddish color
Yeah,
too, so it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
bringing in that energy was so sweet. So,
I will tell you what I do know.
oh, they want to hear.
What I do know, and I work very closely with both Mary Magdalene and Yeshua, is that it is the combination of the divine feminine and the divine masculine that brings the strength. It's not either or, it's together. And that is the way it was always meant to be. They worked together while they were here on the earth. They're working together now. They will always work together because they are the yin and the yang. And that was the way it was meant to be. So.
Carlos, last chance. Not tonight? Okay.
Yeah, if anyone is interested in more history and information, there are 2 books that I would recommend. One is Anna, Grandmother of Jesus. A lot of esoteric information, and what I've learned is very accurate information. And also I Remember Union. I Remember Union by Flo Magdalena.
Anything else anybody like to share? Well, why don't we do like a closing prayer, and then we can just have turn off the broadcast and like closing the ceremony, however you would like to do that.
Sure. Would you like to do the closing prayer?
Sure.
Okay.
Divine Mother, we are so grateful. I am so grateful for all your many, many faces. We ask this light to be sent to the darkest places, the emergency ward, the ICU, prisons, mental institutions, to the homeless, to the lost and forgotten. We ask that this light soften the pain, remove, and clear. And I ask a special blessing for Elizabeth, who came all the way from Chicago. I call to you, Archangel Michael and the 7 archangels, to walk with her, protect her, guide her on her journey, wherever it takes her. And in the 7 rainbow rays, let this light beam across all time and space, every answer to every prayer. Let this light, let this holy light awaken the many open-hearted ones, ready now to receive this teaching of the Divine Mother. God bless you, everyone on the broadcast. Thank you so much for your holding space, your spiritual work, your Divine Mother work. And we'll be broadcasting again tomorrow at 7:30 for the Divine Mother worship service. Join us if you can in person or online. God bless you and good night.